It's you.
The PS5. That stands for PlayStation 5.
Nailed it.
Everybody's been looking forward to the big event that's going to be giving us all kind of details about this console, and they dropped a lot of them today. I think they dropped everything but the price.
The price, yeah.
That's smart, man. They did think,
and the release date. They didn't drop the release date either.
Nope, but they know what they're doing. They're going to get all these people excited, hyped up, going to get them thinking about it. I already got fanboys today. We had an email that just, when I clicked on the email, all I said was, PS5, PS5.
Oh my God, it's like a cult.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
So they're going to let people get excited about this and get all antsy, and they're not going to care how much it costs.
Yeah.
When it comes out, when it finally gets revealed.
I mean, but the thing is, like, they were very upfront about like the PS4's price point. So this means it's going to be expensive. It's going to be more than the PS4.
Oh, yeah. No, this thing is, no. That's why they didn't tell you the price.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the console. Again, didn't drop the date, didn't drop the price. But they gave us a lot more details on that, and they did it with nice, shiny graphics. Let's go ahead and take a look at the big reveal video that they did today. And then we'll talk about the console more. So is the PS5 made out of caviar?
I was thinking right out of eggs. This is what happens every time you turn it on. It just becomes, it's like this mass that lives with you. And you press it and eventually turns into the PS5.
Can I get some crackers with the PS5 so I can eat it? Can I jump into the PS5 like I do at the Chuck E. Cheese? The ball pit?
That's right. No, you're up. You gotta restart it now. What can you do?
Can I just jump into the PS5 like the ball pit at the Chuck E. Cheese?
It absorbs you, become PS5 too. Yeah. Jesus.
Why am I just watching Sony play with their balls all the time? I mean, this is a weird presentation because they show you, seriously, I don't know why they're showing you all these balls right here.
It's you.
People looking at it like, I just want to console.
I can just put it right between the sleeves,
Jesus
man. That counts.
Christ.
Start going into it.
So f***ing hot.
How big's the slot?
I just want to stick my penis in there
Somehow.
some kind of way.
How big the USB slot? Can I do it in there? We'll see.
People jacked off to this.
Probably have. Yeah.
This is porn for people today. This was porn for people today. Like, oh my God, it's harder than I ever thought it would be. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
shit.
There's even more.
She brought a friend.
There's no hole.
That's the NC-17 version.
Yes, it is.
Over here we got the triple X version right there, the one with the hole. You can see every crevice. Oh! Oh yeah!
That was a good video. Made it to the end.
Oh shit! Woo!
Okay.
Woo! Oh shit! Oh, people, that was hot. That was exciting. So as you can see here, you can see that they're selling two different consoles.
That's right.
One where they have the slot for the
Physical media.
Physical media, you know, your DVDs and Blu-rays and
the games themselves.
The games themselves. And then you got a slimmer version for those who, don't like their girls as thick. They got the slimmer version because they don't have the bulk of having that the slot right there.
Physical media. Yeah, no, they have a console for the people who are still adhering to their like. I just want the disc, and people like us, people of the future. We want all digital.
We'll talk about that.
I do because I'm like this is a good sign. I think.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Of course, they have all the accessories with it. Is this going to be sold as a bundle too, with all this stuff? Or are these going to be sold separately?
We don't know. I guess
you can make it a bundle.
I would imagine it'll come with one controller. But I can't imagine that it's going to come with like 3 controllers, something like that, or the HD camera. I just don't know. They'll put out more details in the future.
Yeah. So you see, it has the DualSense charging station.
Yeah, which is great.
Got the media remote right there. Pulse 3D wireless headset. And you also have the camera right there. HD camera.
For all you streamers.
But for looking at this, man, so first impressions on this, what they're doing here. You know, of course, everybody's excited about a new console.
Yeah,
but let's talk some real shit with this.
Yeah,
man.
okay.
How you feeling about it?
Aesthetically, I think it looks good. I think it's very different than kind of a lot of the PlayStations that we've got in the past. It's the first one in a while where it's not black. It's kind of harkening back to like the OG one, the PS1, which is gray. And so I think, you know, kind of changing up the color scheme, that's nice. Yeah. People have been like making fun of the design, like, and it's pop collar and things like that. But I think it's kind of cool. It looks like a modem.
Yeah.
With like a binder.
It looks like a router.
It looks like a router.
It looks like a router, man.
And I'm not bothered by that at all. I think it looks cool. But the thing I'm most impressed with, the thing I'm like, okay, this is the one. This is the version I want. Is the digital only version. I think that is so exciting because I'm done with physical media for my various consoles. Like I've gone completely digital for the most. I try to, and so if I can get that one, and if it comes up, maybe there's extra storage space. It doesn't have to have that. Perfect for me.
They're going to eventually phase all this out at some point, but
yeah.
not right now. And that's smart to do because they know that we're still in the thick of people who still love physical media.
Yeah,
there's people out there who still have CDs. Martin is not letting go of those CDs, man.
It's gonna come back, man.
It's funny because there's still people like me because I'm going completely digital, man.
So convenient.
Yeah, I don't do physical anymore if I don't have to, but I do have to sometimes.
Right.
I still get stuff like I still get screeners, man, on DVD.
Sure.
I still get some physical media stuff, man. I think we're still at a point where it's good to have that as a just in case. Apple would have told people your CDs, you know, physical media. If Apple had done something like this, Apple just would have forced.
Oh yeah,
Apple would have picked up and manhandled people and made them go with their new model. You would never get this alternate physical media model right here.
There's another detail that came out which I was disappointed by. So they revealed how much memory is on it.
Yeah,
it's less than a terabyte. It's like 850 or 875 gigabytes or something like that. And listen, man, I was hoping like 2 terabytes would have been amazing, but I was at least expecting a terabyte. And to hear that it's even less than that, I was like,
You know how I knew that this was? I knew that this was going to be less than a terabyte because, and people, if you notice, maybe this is a big conspiracy thing with me, but.
Share, Corey, share.
I've been seeing a lot of ads pushing external hard drives. Maybe I'm
making
crazy.
money up. No, a lot of people have them now.
There's been a lot of sales going on for SSD drives and external hard drives. Who was it, man? Was it Western Digital? Western Digital just dropped their 5 terabyte hard drive to $100.
Whoa.
Yeah.
$100 for
5
terabytes?
Yeah, 5 terabytes for 100. It's not an SSD drive, but it's a. Let me see if I can find it. There you go, 5 terabytes, 109.
110.
At Best Buy, $99.
Wow.
Western Digital, 5 terabyte external drive, USB 3.0. I saw these popping up like crazy today, and I said they're doing this because they're trying to get people ready for when you have to get these external drives to put your games on because this. I don't know why they wouldn't do it. I don't know. Maybe it's because they didn't have enough room to do it. But they could have done a terabyte. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling or
I was 2 terabytes. Because that's the thing, man. I'm at a point now where I am because I have a launch version of PS4 and Xbox. They've lasted this entire generation with me. But I am constantly deleting and re-downloading games off of them like every week of the things that I play. And so it just gets a little frustrating. Like I just want that sake of. I mean, yeah, it's a first world problem. It's convenience, and that's why I want my new my hardware.
Yeah.
And so I'm a little disappointed by that.
And somebody said maybe the games won't be that big. Yeah, they're gonna be huge.
They're gonna be huge. They're gonna be huge. Yeah.
They're going to be bigger than some of the games you've already been getting. I can guarantee you that.
Call of Duty's like over 100 gigabytes.
When it's all said and done, I mean, everybody's looking at this, and I've always laughed at people who like geeked out over the console itself because the console ain't shit without the games.
That's the thing. It's all about the software.
This could look like the finest woman I've ever seen. I don't care as long as the games are cool, man. Which is what we're going to get into right now. Let's talk about because the console doesn't matter if the games aren't great. especially when it releases. If you don't have a good line of games that we're there to play at the very start, then what's the point?
Yep.
But we'll talk about some of the big, highly anticipated games that people have been looking forward to for the PS5. And as anticipated, Resident Evil 8 was announced just either during or during the big PS5 release out there. Mm-hmm. It was one of the big. It was one of their biggest reveals, putting to rest any kind of rumors that were already floating out there, which is good because we need to make room for all these other questions that we got about this game, and there are some. But it was confirmed. Resident Evil 8, yes, it exists. Yes, it does take place in a village. Putting the title right there.
Bravo, you figured that out beforehand.
I think they just put it in a village because they found a clever way to put 8 in the title.
They were like, how are we going to get those Roman numerals in there, man? We're about the Roman numerals. The kids love them.
Yeah. We were going to do Resident Evil in space, but we couldn't fit the Roman numerals in there.
Doesn't work.
Put in the village. Yeah. As I said, it takes a village to make a virus. And what was true? What is still rumor? What wasn't? Tell you what, let's watch the trailer that they put out for this.
We'll tell you.
Yeah, man.
Tell if we were right or wrong.
They tell you a lot. They tell you exactly if you were right or wrong. Let's go ahead and take a look at the big reveal trailer. And it was long. I thought it would just be a small teaser. They showed a lot.
Surprisingly long, yeah.
It's almost 3 hours. 3 hours. Almost 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Resident Evil 8 Village.
No.
Okay, what the
Immediately. He's fine, he missed.
How the is that not a big, gaping, bloody hole in this man's chest
He's
right now?
He's a terrible shot, man.
This dude got lucky and ran into the worst shot in the world.
That's good.
He was aiming right at him.
He really was.
Like Plastic Man, did your body just kind of bend this way while your shoulders were still up here?
Hey, man, you still take a lot of damage in Resident Evil. It takes a lot of bullets to bring you down.
And didn't even panic. Hey, whoa, calm down, sir. Good guy here.
Jesus.
Good guy. Look at this. Shot him dead point blank. Damn. Well, that was a close one. Whoa, sir.
Still missing.
You know that's your ass. You gonna hit shit. You knew you were dead at the moment you missed that point blank shot right there.
Chris? Sorry, Ethan.
Why?
Because I never liked that bitch. That's why.
Why? Cause. Yeah. I find it so funny is that they expect us yet again to believe that is Chris Redfield. I don't know any character in video game history who has changed more from game to game. I'm like, who? Who are you?
Yeah, this guy keeps changing, man.
Every time. Like, we saw him in 7. This is a sequel to 7. Ethan's back. You play as him again. But that's Chris Redfield. We just saw him like it's not that long ago. Yeah. Sounds different, looks different. Everything about
like,
him.
What, 3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years ago. He is aged. He is aged significantly.
Jesus. This motherfucker has gone through some hard times, man. It's almost like they keep recasting with different actors.
Every time.
Shit, next time, Chris Redfield's going to be played by Don Cheadle.
Pretty good, man.
Here is Chris Redfield at the end of Resident Evil 7.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This is him today. You're like, God damn.
It's nothing like him.
Jesus Christ. You've been spending your time between the bar and the Taco Bell.
he's a little thicker. He's a little thicker. Yeah.
You come a long way from punching boulders, man.
His boulder punching days are done.
He turned into the boulder right now. Poor Ethan Winter. Man.
He's like, but I had my one game. I'm not a fighter. That was part of my character.
Yeah, poor Ethan Winter over here, man. Let me see if I can find this man. This poor man right here. Ethan Winter, this is the guy at the end of Resident Evil 7.
Hi.
Ethan Winter, there he is right there. This poor man, he is not made for this shit. You can even hear him cry, why'd you do that?
Chris? Sorry, Ethan.
Why? I just want to go home. Oh, God, not again. Please.
This poor man.
He's been through a lot.
He's been through a lot. He ain't built for this shit.
No. And
you get to play him again. I feel bad for this dude. He ain't built for this shit like Chris Redfield. This man, he just got through shopping at Man's Warehouse right here. I told you, he was driving back to the office to go back to his cubicle. Just a regular dude.
I'm just so glad I got that sale on those khakis today.
Like he just got through. He just came from Banana Republic right here.
Yeah. That's his adventure. That's what he wants to do for the rest of his
This
life.
poor man right here, he didn't ask for none of this
werewolves
shit.
and witches and jeez.
Ask for all. It's like, you know what? I hope they do like a segment where Chris Redfield plays with Ethan Winter, and it's like Rick and Morty.
Yes.
Oh, jeez, Chris. Like, I don't really want to do this stuff, man. It's going to be very interesting to see how this guy, the last time we saw him, he was in Louisiana, how he ended up in Transylvania.
No, what a transition. Well, I guess it involves where Chris Redfield is the one who, based on the trailer, and we've seen like alleged leaks that Chris Redfield somehow ropes him into the situation.
That's what I figured, because at the end of 7, like he puts him on the helicopter and he's like, well, you know,
I got you, but you owe me a favor now.
Can you just drop me off at the corner right? Nope.
No, yeah, we got to debrief
No, you going on an adventure right now. So at the end of 7, he gets roped into this, and I guess they go over to Europe, where they go to this village.
Very Resident Evil 4-esque village.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, looking at this, man, you know, speaking of rumors and things that were going on with this game, looks like a lot of things that they said were true.
Yeah, confirmed. The trailer.
One of the things that they mentioned, they said that you can expect certain kind of enemies, and they said that you would have werewolves. And sure enough, the Wolfman showed up at the end. I guess maybe we'll get Dracula and Frankenstein next.
I don't know, joining. That's quite a trio.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's funny because this is... Like many of these games, it takes on a very supernatural feel. This is the first one that takes on the supernatural feel of like the Universal monsters, man.
Do you think that's a legitimate supernatural thing?
No,
because it's going to be the biohazard thing. This is another weapon that's been developed. People are getting infected. Yeah.
Some thing that's turned people into Wolfman is, you know.
I think you even see their umbrella symbol in the trailer.
Yeah, you
so
do.
Umbrella's back. This is what one of their experiments that, you know what, guys? Let's not do the zombie thing. Let's try something different. And so they might be experimenting with different, you know, animals and things. They get exposed.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, you know, probably different
virus.
Combining DNA of humans and animals together.
Hybrids,
and they're doing it to this village in Europe, creating what looks like Wolfman. But, you know, again, you know, just government or corporate experiments.
Yeah.
Some people are looking at this and saying that some parts of this look like things like dog soldiers.
Who is?
Like it does. Poor son of a bitch. Shot so wide. You see that one shot?
This man is a terrible shot. Yeah, you probably get parts of the game that you saw like with Resident Evil 4, where, you know, you had the villagers going crazy, but this time you'll probably be held up in these claustrophobic areas where you'll be getting like these creatures coming after you.
Slowly dismantling the house as you're fighting them off. Yeah. Very reminiscent of 4. I wonder. I mean, I know it's kind of emphasizing Ethan Winters and Redfield, but I wouldn't be shocked that like Kennedy's like, all right, I've been through this, guys. Let me help you. I bet that'll be like the end credit sting or something.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you know, the setting in the title had led people to believe that it would be another remake.
Okay, it's game time.
Number 5.
Get rid of the pretty boys.
Hello, Mr. Kennedy.
But, you know, they were talking about this being a remake of Resident Evil 4. And is that still happening? Or
That's separate.
That's a separate thing.
This is the RE7 team working on this game. And RE4 remake, that's probably right now in production. I don't think we're going to see anything from that for a little while.
Yeah, this is the RE7 team working on this, right down to doing things again, such as the first-person perspective.
I love that they continued with that. That's great.
I am too.
Because you're still going to get the third-person Resident Evils with all the remakes.
No, and what they've done is this will not be none of these are supernatural. It'll be something like Resident Evil 8 and all of these where, you know, I mean, it'll be like the first Resident Evil, where in the first Resident Evil, what they did was they made you believe that you were in a haunted house.
Right.
And end up being a biological experiment gone wild.
Gone awry. Yeah.
Gone awry. This one is going to be the same thing. This has more of the feel of Transylvania, the Universal monsters feel, you know, without the silly stuff, you know, like going to a village in Transylvania. Wolfman. They even say they're going to have things such as Ghost in this, and you see other
Maybe
things in here,
hallucinations and things.
you're gonna have hallucinations. They've even gone over to making this look sort of like supernatural to the point where it's almost demonic, almost satanic in a way.
Right, which 4 experimented with.
Yeah.
And so did even 7. Like the bakers like had all these weird sculptures that you find around.
Yeah,
and,
but this even more so because you got Wolfman, you got symbols everywhere, Blair Witch looking things, and then they were talking about you'll even have things such as witches in the game.
which makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
They might go along with the thing is like they're kind of similar to 4, where you had like Salazar and his family has controlled this village for so long, and he just goes along with this thing because he wants power. So you probably had these people, this I guess this very wealthy family, and they're like, yeah, sure, we'll go along with you, Umbrella, whatever you're doing. So it makes sense, but they leave all this crazy weird shit.
Oh yeah,
you know, they even over the top.
I mean, and it gets so satanic right down to the point where they even got Black Pete from the
Jesus
from
Christ!
the witch.
He's like, hi everybody, I'm here.
Y'all remember Black Pete from the witch? That evil ass goat.
He was a son of a bitch. He really was.
He was an asshole.
He was.
Being possessed by the devil. They were just an asshole.
That's the truth.
He even got Black Phillip up in this bitch, man. There he is. He's got posters and all
Damn.
kind of shit, man. Black Phillip, man. They put all the imagery of being more satanic, pushing the demonic side of things, pushing the cultish side of things, the more supernatural side of things on the satanic side. Which
It's a
is-
misdirect, probably too. It's a red herring.
I like that they've gone back to the imagery somewhat of Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is my favorite one out of the series. And I like that they've kind of gone to that aesthetic again. But, the big thing... Oh, did you even see this, man? They had Devil Man back there. Did you see that?
Looks like Krampus or whatever.
Yeah. Even weird stuff. Even weird
it's
stuff
the
like
Witch or
that.
whatever.
So my big thing, though... So what essentially you have here is this is a combination. If I was to put this, I'd say this is a combination of Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think they even put bits of small bits. When you start seeing like the imagery of the witches in there and whatnot, and the eloquent homes that they're in,
Mm-hmm.
you start even getting some throwbacks to things like Code Veronica. God damn! He's like, what the f with your eyes?
Chris still looks different here. Always changing.
I've grown less fond of this game throughout the years, but I do see...
It has its fans.
Yeah, no, it does. But I do see, you're right, it has its fans, and I do see traces of it in other games coming up. Even saw traces of it in Resident Evil 4.
Sure.
My question is, we're not seeing any real gameplay, I don't think.
I mean, some of that comes
maybe.
like gameplay. Like when you're in the house and he's holding the gun like in a prone position.
Yeah.
So clearly, like you're seeing the scene play out. So I guess that was a little bit of gameplay.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
My question is, with this, it's cool to see what a game looks like. It's cool to see what they've done differently with the aesthetics of the game as far as the visuals go.
Yeah.
What do you think that they'll do here besides presenting new enemies and a new environment? What do you think that they could do to differ up the gameplay?
I think kind of doubling down the environment. If we're in like a very wintry place, maybe like use snowstorms to kind of mask enemy location and things, or make it difficult to get to certain places, where that increases the tension because you don't know where everything is. And maybe the weather effects that also makes it difficult for the enemies. So it could be a danger and a plus for you at the same time. I would love that. Like get some weather mechanics in there.
Yeah. I was just laughing because they show all this exciting evil stuff. Baby. All this stuff is all fast.
I bet that baby's evil.
Oh, that baby's evil.
Definitely, yeah. Like it's like giant hentai tentacles or some shit.
Shit, let him open his eyes. He got lizard eyes or something.
He like vomits on you or whatever.
Yeah. No, that baby's evil. It might be cool if since you're playing a more normal guy or average guy like Ethan Winter, who at this point has seen a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's a veteran.
Maybe they need to put like a sanity meter in there. Like this guy has seen so much crazy shit. Like it's
Oh, so you're thinking of something like from Amnesia?
yeah,
Okay.
Amnesia or Bloodborne or something where you have there's a sanity meter somewhere.
Gotcha.
And maybe that'll be a new mechanic, like a panic meter. Something that like if you see too many crazy things, you start to your controls get a little looser. You got to get your composure. You got to get control of yourself. You know this is going to end up being something scientific. It'll be it'll be something that's more. It's not going to be magic. It's not going to be the devil. It's not going to be demons. Yeah. How do you think they work in something like a coven of witches?
Oh, it's like what I said before. I think like you have this family similar to Salazar, like from Resident Evil 4, where his family has ruled over this place for so long, and Sadler just moves in and says, "Hey, we got this Las Plagas. You want to join us?" And he's like, "Sure, why not?" And like I bet these people actually believe in all this witchcraft shit.
Yeah.
But Umbrella's just kind of exploit that. It's like, "Hey, do you mind if we come in here? We'll let you do whatever you want while you do this. Matter of fact, we're going to give you this little, so just inject that that thing into you later tonight. You'll be good." I think that's what they're going to be.
You know what? We'll actually create the devil for you.
Yeah.
I'll be more excited when I see some gameplay with this, as I am with everything. But hey, you know what? It looks like you're again getting some throwbacks to Resident Evil classic tropes, man, which are not so bad, like the house with the staircases. And I wouldn't mind a demo. Somebody in the chat said, "You want a demo?" Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But
you'll get that later on, I think.
Damn, what the she's sucking on. Look at that.
Looks like your stump.
Jesus.
Ethan's always getting his limbs cut off. Always.
Did she just cut his hand off and is sucking on his arm?
Probably.
Well, she is freaking digging.
I mean, didn't he get his leg cut off and his arm cut off in seven?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Just glued it back on with that juice. He still has those juice bottles, man. He's good.
Maybe it's kind of like, shit, if she can do that with a stump, imagine what she could do with this down here. Something that was not expected, that was talked about during the big reveal, is an appearance by your boy Miles Morales.
I did not expect this.
A lot of people didn't expect
Matter
this.
of fact, I said we're not going to see Spider-Man 2. And I was right. This is not Spider-Man 2. This is something else.
Everyone knew that we would probably at some point get a sequel to what I think is the best Spider-Man game.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, I agree.
Made out there. They just didn't know that Miles Morales would be the star of that game. But for the people that was hoping for that, you got your wish. And I'll tell you, it looks like his game is going to be as fun as Peter Parker's. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Miles Morales Spider-Man game. Are they calling it Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Straight to the point. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Now it's your turn. Go be a hero, Miles.
Oh, that dude's dead.
He just got crushed.
Yeah. Turned his ass to glitter. Chad is talking about Black Spider-Man matter. They do. You know, that's why Sony put this out there, man.
Very smart. They're like, okay, we're gonna. That game's almost done, right? Let's showcase it. At least put out a trailer.
Sony said, "Hey, have him get this. Have him get this game in here. We gotta take advantage of this black shit going on right now. You know, these people got short-term memories. Come on.
Very timely. Very timely.
Yeah, what are you doing? Come on. Yeah, man.
This is not actually Spider-Man 2. What this game is probably going to be, and the fact that it's coming out in 2020, it's like, okay, that's very quick. This is going to be kind of like an Uncharted Lost Legacy type of situation, where it wasn't like I mean, it was a sequel to Uncharted 4, but it's not a numbered sequel within the franchise. And so I don't think this is going to be like a something on the same level as the first Spider-Man game. I imagine it's going to be great. I mean, everything we're seeing right here looks really cool. But yeah, that's why it's coming out so soon. Because this game only came out in 2018. It's very, very fast.
They probably were even prepping for this. I mean, they knew the moment that they put Miles Morales in the game that
eventually it was going to lead to
fans would respond very well. The fans would want this, and they're probably able to use a lot of assets and just kind of reskin them, retexture them. You already have the city laid out.
Yeah, and what they're going to do is technically change the city setting in winter.
Yeah.
Winter themed for whatever reason.
No,
Resident Evil in this.
It's cool. They'll be able to cover up that they're reusing a lot of stuff, which is fine. So
that's smart.
It's not that they had to start from scratch with this, which is why they were able to get this out so soon. You know, which is also something where it's like, okay, so again, besides setting it at a different season maybe and setting in with a different character, what new things are we going to see? Is weather mechanics going to play something here? Is Miles Morales not being as experienced as Peter Parker?
What's his power set? Is going to be different as Peter's?
Is it going to be different? Is he going to be weaker in some areas and have his own power set that comes in?
He has that like electricity sting like he has in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. And because you know what we see here is that they're going to do some of the same things that they did before, which is fine.
You got the QTE
things. The web slinging that you got here. the exploration that's in the game. You know, all that stuff from the first one is going to be here.
It's all going to carry over.
But you know what kind of gameplay mechanics are you going to do that's different? Which they should be different because this is not Spider-Man anymore. That's the big benefit of having Miles Morales in the game. You have a character where you can do different power sets now.
Yeah,
and that same playground, just different set of powers and a different character. And they do that could be cool.
who's the villains that he's going to be fighting?
They tease any villains in here because at first I thought I saw a particular villain, and then I was like, no, I don't know if that's him.
I mean, I would guess the Prowler is going to be featured in here.
Of
That's
course,
his uncle.
And and that's what I'm wondering because I was like, you know, this dude right here has got a peanut head like me. That is not Miles Morales. I wonder if that could be his uncle.
Yeah, Aaron Davis. That'd be cool. I would love that. I think, if you're going to do an adaptation of his stories, I think, one of the first villains you should definitely do is the Prowler.
You got to look at these kind of as teasers, even as long as the Resident Evil. She's still sucking on that nub.
Yeah, she likes it.
Even as long as this trailer was, it's still sort of just a teaser, man. In a way, which is good. You know, they're bringing out all of their big heavy hitter franchises, man, including this one right here, which is one of the big surprise hits, man. I mean, everybody knew that was going to be a big AAA game that was coming out. Horizon Zero Dawn, is that it?
Horizon Forbidden West.
Well, no, I'm talking about the first one.
Oh, yes.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Everybody knew that was going to be a huge game, but you know, it was one of the biggest titles that they say, we've got to make this a franchise right here. And they have again, something I didn't expect to see. I knew they were working on this. They've been talking about it. I didn't expect to see so much of the new one, Horizon for Forbidden
West.
I was trying to say city. Forbidden West. I love the first game, man.
Me too. It's one of my favorites of the previous decade.
And I'm excited to see that they're giving this some love as one of their big launch titles for the PS5 with Horizon Forbidden
West.
Fuck out of here. Tell you I'm not interested. Jeez, that crab's always trying to Did you see that crab? Like,
Yeah, I was just like, oh my God. What the
Oh, I forgot.
Sing, boy, sing.
I forgot this dude was there. Move, this shit ain't over yet. Move. It ain't done. Move.
Who's that singing? Who the singing right now?
I will be ready.
One shot.
That's it. That's all it takes. She's like Legolas. I mean, someone's a fan of Lord of the Rings. Because that is very Return of the King right there.
You played the first game.
Yeah.
She ain't no joke with that bow and arrow.
That's true. She's pretty good.
You up here laughing about. You act like you not played this game. You better respect.
You should watch me play because I have some issues. It takes takes more than one arrow for me.
She says, "Yeah, you suck."
Yeah.
But
No,
you know
she's
what?
right.
I gotta tell you, man, because I know Resident Evil 8 is the big talk right now because everybody's looking forward to that, and that's a beloved franchise. But this is the one that I'm looking forward to right now.
No, this is my pick, and I figured they would showcase this because it's been long enough. The Horizon came out in 2017, so this is going to be kind of one of the first big ones that they're going to be releasing. Now, it's not. I don't believe it's going to come out at launch. I don't think it even got a release date. So I would imagine maybe 2021, but definitely not this year.
Well, listen, we've been playing Spider-Man and Resident Evil games for a long time. This was such a fresh IP that came out.
Yeah, it was a palate cleanser.
This world that they created.
And futuristic, but like dealing with like a Neolithic setting too. Yeah, so unique.
The other thing is with the first Horizon Zero Dawn, man, that was already pushing the system.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful game on the PS4. Imagine this on a PS5, man. Imagine how gorgeous these environments are going to be.
Yeah, apparently the environments are going to be like San Francisco and Las Vegas.
Yep.
So
yeah, this
that sounds
time they're
pretty
going
cool.
to San Francisco with this. post-apocalyptic of San Francisco.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure there's still turds left over from homeless people.
Oh, you know it, man.
just
Mountains.
just just fossilized now. Just
That's fuel. Don't
homeless
burn that
turds.
shit. We need that.
that shit is rocks.
We thank these people who shat these out back in the day.
Yeah.
We revere them
In
as
fact,
gods.
Shit, this scene right here.
That's turd. That's the mountain of
those
turds.
those are homeless turds that she's
sure.
climbing right there. I'm not expecting to see anything from this for a while.
Yeah,
And
I'll say at least 2021.
Yeah, I think this is a 2021 game too. But this is the one that I was looking for, man.
Me too.
Yeah, this is the one that still has some very fresh gameplay. Love the world to explore. Depressing as
Yeah, they seem to like the story. It's this biological virus,
Christ.
which is so fucking timely. Again, this biological virus is taking over the
I know.
planet, killing all animals and flora.
That fox got the Roni.
But even some of the new robots too. We see that giant snapping turtle. We see some alligators. The elephants, of course.
Yeah, I'm
Those
looking at
are
that
pretty cool.
turtle. That turtle looking at her like, you know that fox is fucked. Might as well go on, girl. He dead.
That's food for me now.
Okay, I'm gonna eat that red mother. Now go on now.
They definitely took a note from Nintendo with kind of their digital events, their direct events, and I was like, this was nice.
It gave people glimpses of what they wanted to see,
Yeah.
and that makes a good release because Sony has been up lately, man. Every time Sony, I was surprised that this was even as good as it was. Or maybe this could have been shitty, and people just happy to see games, man. How are you guys feeling about the reveal today?
Yeah, what's the
You guys
chat's
seem
general thoughts
excited.
about it? Any other games that you thought were really cool?
Oh, let's see here. You guys seem very excited. There's a new Oddworld?
Yeah, new Oddworld was announced, yeah.
Really? Oh, man, I kind of want to take a look.
Demon Souls remake. You can go ahead and take a look. You can take a look.
Is it a remake or is it a brand new game?
No, it's a brand new game.
I used to love Oddworld back in the day. Oddworld 2. I didn't play some of the others that came after that, but I used to
a lot of
love Oddworld, man. Yeah.
You may have escaped the murderous blades.
Boy, he is up like that. You see, he got drunk off his ass. You see,
He's flailing around. Woo! And he's got that guy just going, just staring the entire time.
I know. Meanwhile, the dude in the front range is like, well, just shut the
I'm going to kill
Like
him.
Abe just told her. That's how what drunk people do. He told a joke and thought it was the funniest joke in the world. Look at him.
You may have escaped the
Hilarious. And then she said,
for the fate of your entire people.
but she's like, shut the f- up.
Let me get a good look at you.
We're sick and tired of your jokes around here. Did he just say, holy fuck?
Holy shit. He said, holy shit.
He sounded like like Donald Duck.
Yeah, Donald Duck swearing. Yeah,
He's like, none of us like, hey, but goddamn, you didn't have to do him like that. You'd have had to 300 his ass to a hole.
now they had to at this point. How many games are we in at this right now?
Did you say they 300 his ass, man?
Yeah, kicked him right down.
Gerard Butler's in this game.
To
He did the mocap.
Out of here.
People are not coming back.
So were those other Abe's?
And those are other Abe's. I guess his friends.
Wow,
people he rescued.
Don't ever follow that dude. man.
No.
He would get your ass. He would get
Very
your ass
quickly.
obliterated. Look, did you see that? They're like
Turned into meat.
Look at that. They were all like freedom. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
You must find your full voice.
Looks awesome.
The Mad Max Fury Road version of Oddworld, apparently. Jesus.
That is true, man.
Very, very dark.
Would you say the
Mad Max Fury Road version. Yeah.
No, it does look like that.
Witness!
They should have a dude put a guitar playing in front of that front of that train right there. I have a Abe up there wearing red overalls.
That's what we need.
Yeah. No, this looks amazing.
I was
man.
surprised by this announcement. Yeah.
No.
Didn't expect that.
It looks crazy. It looks intimidating. The platforming on this, man.
Especially when all your friends are dying horrifically.
Like when they just make hamburger meat out of all of them.
you're
Yeah,
burning alive. Yeah.
that looks. No, man. I'm glad that they're bringing a proper platformer to the PS5, man. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I think. Like I said, a huge fan of them. I'm glad they're getting back on it, man.
Yeah, PlayStation's been doing that for a while though. They'll always bring back like one of their older platformers, like Ratchet and Clank. They're doing a sequel to the PS4 game, which came out a few years ago. And so like sometimes those will be dormant for quite a while, but they'll bring them back. Same with like Crash Bandicoot or something.
Stuff coming from the PlayStation 5. Been more and more excited about the stuff I see.